This is Ultimate Weapons' top 10 choice of close quarter battle rifles. And at number 8, the folding Heckler & Koch G36C aims to give the best of both worlds.
Okay, this is the H&K G36 carbine. It is a compact rifle. You can fire it from the compact position, or you can extend the buttstock and fire it from a full-length standard type carbine position. The barrel is a little under 10 inches long, which again allows you to carry it in different type of situations.
To create this ultimate CQB weapon, the designers at Heckler & Koch had to examine the precise demands of this type of combat.
Much of the fighting that we see going on today is conducted house to house, room to room.
You would be talking about an engagement zone of probably less than 100 meters.
It's anytime you're fighting in structures, in and around vehicles, anytime you have to fight very close in, very fast with light weapons.
People are seeing the whites of the eyes of the opposition.
The person engaging in close quarter battle has to be able to bring his weapon on target quickly.
Were you to have very long rifles, actually in a lot of areas you wouldn't be able to move them around as easily. Having shorter, lighter weapons will increase the flexibility and the maneuverability of infantry.
Heckler & Koch turned to one of their own assault rifle designs.
The original G36 was developed by H&K in the 1990s. We had input from customers requiring a much more compact style system. The advantage of this system currently today is it's a lot more compact when it comes to tight spaces, vehicles, aircraft, those type of mission sets.
By comparison, standard issue assault weapons like the M16 or the M4 carbine are simply too big to be effective in very confined areas.
This is the M4 style system that's widely used by the United States military. Collapsed, it is right around 35 inches long, and the gun weighs about 7.5 pounds with the magazine inserted.
You don't need to have necessarily the heavier weapons. You can actually, as it were, get by with lighter weapons. This
gun is it's a lot smaller. Collapsed, it's a little under 20 inches. It's made out of a lightweight polymer design. It's very short. The barrel's only 8.9 inches long.
Going into buildings, you would like to be as lightly equipped simply because you need a degree of personal mobility.
Whether you're doing CQB type operations or vehicle operations, you can fold the carbine all the way down.
The next challenge was to create a weapon tough enough to carry on working just about anywhere.
The G36 has been tested and proven in sand, water, and mud. If they ever do get in that situation coming out of the water, or they end up in mud or a very high sand environment, that the weapon system will still run. And again, it's been proven and tested over and over again.
And should the situation require it, the weapon can be controlled with either hand.
A lot of ambidextrous controls on the G36. You have an ambidextrous safety selector, again for right or left-handed shooters. It's currently on safe, semi, and then full automatic. And then you could flip it back, again on the other side. You have an ambidextrous magazine release button at the very bottom. When you insert the magazines, and again we have a polymer magazine that again carries 30 rounds like the M4 Max. And all you do is just push forward on the magazine release button on whether you're right or left-handed and release the magazine.
And the G36C uses the same standard issue cartridge as the M4, instead of the smaller rounds fired by a typical submachine gun.
The reason that short-barreled rifles have led to the demise of submachine guns is because they fire true rifle rounds. When you're shooting a guy with a rifle round, you're going to punch through his body armor and you're going to hit him with more kinetic energy than you are with a submachine gun. And so if you can have that capability in a lightweight, compact package that roughly equals the compactness of a submachine gun, why wouldn't you take the rifle?
The G36C is the most compact carbine designed in the .556 caliber right now.
It's an affordable system that fires a standard NATO round. But as we'll see, the G36C is still short on stopping power compared to other weapons in our selection.